The billabongs and wetlands are full around Birdsville. And if you take to the skies...
Yeah, pretty spectacular coming up in the sunrise.
A whole new world appears. Among the deep reds and browns of the gibber rock, first a hint, then an explosion of colour.
It's magic. This landscape out here is it's an arid climate, so really to imagine that we can have this kind of flooding out here is quite spectacular.
This is Channel Country, the deep, luxurious emerald green, divided by multiple channels and tributaries. From the air, they look like tiny capillaries of water. Hundreds, possibly thousands of them.
Everything just reproduces and it just keeps on going while the water's there.
While heavy floods in March devastated much of Queensland's northwest, the slow-moving waters are creating magic as they head south. Lake Machattie is full to the brim, bringing an influx of bird life, almost every species imaginable.
These sort of boom years where you actually do get quite a bit of water in the system are really important for fish breeding. Water birds come in and sit on all those wetlands and breed. So you get this big boom in productivity.
Wankakuru Yaliyandi elder Don Rowlands is the ranger at the Mungathiri Simpson Desert National Park. Eyre Creek flows through part of it.
Everything is tucker, so we just need to be able to feast on whatever the seasons provide, and the floods provide the best.
He points out the numerous stone fish traps set up by his ancestors.
You know, if you can imagine the old people sitting up there on the bank, kids running around everywhere playing.
Yeah, it's coming home. Yeah, sorry. I love it, it's beautiful.
But the free-flowing water has made the four-wheel drive sand dune tracks inaccessible. The floodwaters have closed the Simpson Desert through to Birdsville since the beginning of the year, and that's had an impact on tourist numbers. But ask anyone around here and they'll tell you it's worth it to see water like this flowing through normally dry creek beds.
This is massive, but we love it.
All right, yep, pass it down.
It hasn't stopped Simone Bertram and her family from South Australia. This is their 11th trip in 3 years.
It's a challenge to get out here, and that's part of the adventure, that people are coming to a remote part of Australia.
Further north, west of Boulia, grazier Brooke McGlinchey still can't believe how high the waters rose.
A lot of water. A lot of water.
Though not as big as the 70s floods, it's the biggest he's ever seen the mighty Georgina River. An estimated 10 kilometres wide at its peak. Badalia Station was already looking good after flooding in December. The arrival of more in March killed off much of the good pasture.
All the feed in here went black just in about 3 days. It went from knee-deep green to black as your boot and just smelled like a pigsty, you know.
Brooke isn't complaining and his feed is coming back, but...
I was a bit of a bugger because you're not greedy, but it's like, you know, you only get so many floods, and to get 2 big floods in 1 year is sort of, it's a waste.
The kids weren't about to waste any opportunity.
I was thinking, wow, it's so much water. I haven't seen that much water for a while. Actually, I've never seen that much water before.
Making for endless fun.
Sam caught a few fish by hand on the road where the car tracks. Hayley tried, but I don't know if she did or not.
I got one.
I thought you didn't. Ah, well, I got a few too.
The region had been drought declared until recently. Brooke has now restocked his herd.
Things are looking real good. We'll have a good season, and fat cattle just want that market to kick up a bit now.
After 3 years of La Nina, people out here know it's just a matter of time before the seasons turn.
Well, there's only 2 seasons. There's a flood and a drought, you know. One follows the other.
But they're resilient, and droughts or flooding rains, they're determined to make the most of it. Leonie Mellor, ABC News, Birdsville.